All right, now we're going to move on to using the pen tool to draw paths, and then taking those paths and converting them into a mask. And the special thing about a path mask that you make with the pen tool is it's called a vector mask. And vector masks are really crisp and clean because they don't have any pixels associated with them. So let's go on and try this exercise, and you can kind of have fun and see the power of using masks in this way. So I want you to go ahead and open up two images that I've supplied to you. One is called stop sign JPEG and one is called lake JPEG. Make sure you have your layers palette open. Remember, you can always open both these images and view them at the same time, doing window arrange. I did two up vertical. The next thing I want you to do is to grab your move tool, and with the stop sign tab activated for this image, I want you just to click and drag the stop sign into the lake image. Once you've done that, you can go ahead and close your stop sign tab because we don't need it taking up space on our screen. So I'm going to close that out. And you're left with two layers. You should have two layers in your layers panel. I'm going to go ahead and name my new stop sign layer stop sign. And the next thing I want you to do is I want you to shrink this stop sign image small enough so that the goal here is we want the stop sign to be at the end of this dock, looking like kind of just to be funny. So you have a stop sign at the end of the dock to tell people to stop. So first thing we need to do is we need to transform and scale the stop sign image, make it smaller. So I'm going to go edit, edit, transform, scale. And I'm going to put my mouse in the upper right corner and slowly bring the stop sign down. I'm going to kind of guess approximately, it's going to be at the end of the dock here. So I think I want it a little bit smaller. I'll zoom in a little bit. All right, that looks pretty good to me. Could be realistic. I'm going to hit return to confirm my transformation. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to use the pen tool to make a path around this stop sign. So let me zoom in a little bit further. So I'm going to grab my pen tool, just straight up pen tool. I'm going to make sure that I have path selected in my options panel along the top. So make sure you have path selected, not shape. And I'm going to do some anchor points around the outside of this stop sign. Just quickly. I need to make it super perfect right now. Go up. It's good practice for using your pen tool. I'm going to finish my shape. So I have a complete path drawn. And here's where it gets really fun and simple. In your options panel on the top, you'll see you have a little button called mask. What we're going to do is we're going to click on this button to make a new vector mask. So I'm going to click on this, and you'll notice what happens is I have just used I'm going to click my move tool. I've just made a mask using the pen tool, but it's a special mask. It's called a vector mask. It looks a little bit different than the pixel masks we've been using because it is resolutionless. So I made this great mask around my stop sign. The next thing I'm going to do is I want you to use some adjustment layers. I'm going to move this up a little bit. Adjustment layers to kind of adjust the brightness and contrast of this. So I'm going to add a brightness and contrast adjustment layer because I want the stop sign to be a little bit darker. And right now it's affecting the whole image. So I'm just focusing on the effect it's having on the stop sign right now. And remember, the way that you can have this adjustment layer only affect your stop sign layer is by creating a clipping mask. And the way that I do it is I hold down the Option key on my keyboard. I drag my cursor in between the adjustment layer and the stop sign layer. That little arrow pointing down appears, and I click my mouse. And I have this new little arrow on my adjustment layer pointing down, letting me know it is just being applied to my stop sign. And of course I can mess in the properties layer now, just having it affect the stop sign. I want it a little bit darker. So there you go. I'm going to close this. We have we've used the pen tool to draw a path. We've converted that path into a vector mask, and then we added an adjustment layer to our layers panel to adjust the contrast and vibrance of the stop sign. So there's a new tool for you.